Hello everybody. Today we're taking a look at Dilithium Wars, and this is a great space conflict area controller set in the Star Trek universe. This game is an adaptation or reimagination of Axis and Allies built on the AAA video game platform. And currently there is no physical game board version of Dilithium Wars. You can only play it as a video game. If you are unfamiliar with this game, you'll soon see why it may not work on a tabletop. Although the rules are simple and the game is easy to understand, it has so many different units, 7 different races, 4 different currencies, a very large contested area, and a very bloated technology advancement aspect to it. So just imagine Axis and Allies on steroids, turned all the way up to level 10, except it's Star Trek. And man, is it ever fun. I've played this game hot seat against a friend many times, just using the same laptop while at work on the clock, by the way, and had tons of fun with it. I always played the Khitomer Alliance, so the good guys in this game. That is the Federation, the Klingons, and Vulcans. While my friend was always the Dominion, Jem'Hadar, Romulans, and the Cardassians. And we had some great battles. And I think we both won our share of contests. And I can't forget the Borg, because they're in the game too. And they attack everybody, and they're not allied to anybody. So that's an interesting variable. Unit for unit, the Borg are about double the strength as any other individual power. And your alliance wins if you can capture the Dilithium planet in the center of the galaxy where the Borg spawn, in addition to destroying a third of your opponent's alliance. So you need to take, I think the planet's called Radon, where most of the Dilithium is found, and knock out one enemy power. I discovered the best way to play solo is just to choose one power, one alliance, and set the rest of the factions, even your allies, on the hardest difficulty setting. And if you do this, you get a very challenging game, something that I think is unpredictable and exciting. And even if you aren't into Star Trek, honestly, as long as you're familiar with Axis and Allies, you get the hang of this in no time, and you'll enjoy it a lot, I'm sure, just like I do. So I'm going to play the Federation. I'll be rooting for my AI allies, the Klingons, the Vulcans. And I'll see what we can do here against the Pact of Powers. And I'll demonstrate some strategies that I hope are effective and that you might find useful if you decide you want to give this game a try for yourself. So you see every planet there has 3 different main currencies. And the red is, I think it's command, and that will pay for most of your ships. The yellow is like industrial strength, and you need that to build more space stations and some like specialized ships that enhance shields, defense. And then the blue is technology, and it's very important because there's a gigantic technology tree that you can see right there. And virtually every unit can be upgraded separately to enhance their attack values, defense values. And you can even get cloaking devices, so they become like submarines. They get a free first attack, and if they hit, like the enemy ship doesn't get an opportunity to return fire. And then the purple is the Dilithium, and that's a special currency because it can be squashed into the other currencies, or you can use it for 3 different other features in the game, which are increasing your rank, and you have to collect like 20 of them to apply to become, I think you start as like a, I don't know, rear admiral or something. As you move up the ranks, you get more buying power, basically. And then you can use it to cut deals that prevent a certain individual power from attacking you, which is always very useful because you're surrounded by enemies here. Like you can see blue is Federation, pink Jem'Hadar, Cardassians. Each power has an enemy on either side. So at some point it becomes valuable to shut down a front with a diplomatic arrangement so you can concentrate on one other enemy. And the third thing you can do with dilithium is to call in like an additional strike force, which is like a package of ships that you get all at once. And it's sort of like a one-shot deployment. And you can see Nazca doing there has one, just the one purple dot, so it's worth one dilithium there. The units are all really cool too, because you can see the different iterations of the Enterprise and light cruisers, Constitution class. I guess the escort cruiser for the Federation would be the ship that they got at during the DS9 show. And so my strategy is basically to cut like a pie slice out of the galaxy with my home star base in the center of the base of the triangle, and the point meant to be to take Radon, which is at the very center of the galaxy, currently held by the Borg, which are light green on the map that you can see. And it's always scary because you can't predict where the Borg are going to move. And you could see that they were headed towards my planets there, and then the Cardassians just cut them into them like a ribbon. But another thing that when you play this with just AI, it's kind of it can be a bit irritating at the beginning because the computer tends to just play musical chairs with each other, so they will always elect to occupy an unoccupied planet before directly engaging an enemy. But soon, as you will see, all the empty planets will become populated and have enemy forces, and then the action picks up quite quickly. So at the beginning, the computer will sort of avoid combat until it becomes impossible, and that's when things start to get interesting. AI plays well here. It's not brainless. You can put up quite a challenge. So you can see here, I'm just trying to decide whether I want to attack the Cardassians here. Very simple mechanics as well. You just load up your ground forces on a ship and move at the start of your turn, and then drop the unit onto a planet, and at the end of your turn you take possession of it. Like that's Sophion. There's a Cardassian transport there. This is just like Axis and Allies in that your scout ships are like your weakest units are always the most important, I find, because they have to screen the more powerful ships. The bigger ships can take 2 hits before they're destroyed, but still, if you just buy like expensive ships, you'll go broke, right? Because you'll lose them to smaller, less expensive ships if you're overwhelmed with numbers. So the scout ships that you see there, like M Sci-Fi there, I'm not sure what that model is from, actually, what episode or what iteration of Star Trek, but those are the things that I buy the most of. And in this game, you can actually block avenues. Like one ship per hex will block movement of an enemy ship. So like enemy ships can't fly past an occupied space. So the scout ships are useful for that too. They can jam up space lanes and prevent people from getting to where they're going, as well as soak hits in battle. And they move the fastest too. Those ships, I think they move 3, while most other ships move 2, and then the big heavy ships only move 1. So you upgrade the the scout ships, they can move 4. And once they're also equipped with a cloaking device, they're actually pretty effective. And I buy as many as those ships as I can. Yeah, that's the Defiant, I remember. The escort there. I just bought Defiant class. I guess it's worth mentioning too, like my personal experience with Star Trek. I am a fan of the original series. I remember watching the reruns as a kid. I liked Next Gen, DS9, Voyager. I watched them all. I kind of liked them less as like time wore on. I still like them, but original series will always be my favorite, I think. I watched Enterprise 2. I held my attention there for a while. There's a couple of really good episodes and aspects to it that I really like, but nothing really beats, Shatner and Leonard Nimoy and Dee Kelly as the original cast in my mind. There's absolutely, just epic, timeless sort of episodes that are just unforgettable. And I found that, like, as Star Trek wore on and there's different shows, that became rarer. Yes, the original series did have some clunky episodes, like all of the different series, but there's some that are just unforgettable, like the Mirror Universe one. What's another favorite one I have? The one where they roll up to 2 planets that wage war with computers, and the Enterprise is determined to be a casualty, and the crew is expected to step into disintegration machines. And then Kirk has to break the Prime Directive and stop the war between the 2 planets. And then I guess my third favorite is the one where some sort of library planet's going to be destroyed by an asteroid, and the population jumps through like a time machine to escape. And in an emergency, Kirk gets trapped in time in like the 16th century, and he's going to be burned by a witch while, McCoy and Spock are stranded on an ice planet. It was just great. Just awesome. And I love how the original series, it was always really good with cliffhangers and action, and, the female actresses were strong and fire hot mostly. And one more thing, I could talk about, it's one of my favorite shows of all time, so talk about it forever. But a lot of people today will criticize, Shatner's acting style, and just say it's cheesy, or lament the fact that it doesn't have good special effects. Well, the second part was fixed with there's like a series of the original show that they went in and adjusted the old special effects. So it really helps too, I think. And as far as overacting and stuff, I can't fault like a Shatner in that situation, because you have to remember he was trying to sell the concept of science fiction drama in space to an audience that wasn't necessarily buying. Like, the only people who were buying it at the time was probably Gene Roddenberry and the immediate cast that he hired, not necessarily network executives. And even like, if you've ever seen the very first pilot with Jeffrey Hunter as Captain Pike, he was good. He was okay. Everything about it was okay. But, okay wasn't enough. They needed, someone to really, be more dynamic and willing to completely sell out, in a sense, like that whole role. So I think he did a good job. Sometimes you just have to punch an alien in the face. Like he did in every episode almost. Anyway, back to the game. Jem'Hadar rolling right up against the Federation here. They're hard. these guys, when you play them, I find they give me more problems than the Cardassians for whatever reason. Cardassians are sort of pinched between me and the Klingons. My Vulcan partners aren't doing very well. They're light blue on the other side of the galaxy there. You can see also some of the back, like the minor features of the map have like nominal value as well. Space stations worth 1 command. Asteroids are as well. I think they help in defense too, and like the nebulas and stuff, you can hide in them for better defensive bonuses. The white dwarfs, I think, also lend energy to your ship. There's also gravity wells. You can see they look like the dark swirls. If you end a turn in there, there you go. One south of Helicon there, or below Helicon. You get an extra movement point on your next turn. So you have that slingshot effect.
Initiate new attack pattern. Make a note of the log.
Oh, it's pesky Cardassians. My friend used to call them the Kardashians. I don't think I've ever played them
Unable to comply.
in this game. All combat rolls are D10 too. I like how you can get all that. There's the Picard's flagship there, Galaxy class, and then the Prometheus above it. I think that can be upgraded to the extent that it can bombard planets as well. Repair vessel, I think, is Miranda class. Research Odyssey. I don't recognize all of them, that's for sure. I don't know where I've seen the support vessel before. The Klingons, I recognize their ships too. They got the old D7 classic 1960s model as one of their ships. I'll see if I can point one out. They put Bird of Prey and all that stuff. All of it's in here.
Station complete.
Yeah, you have to incrementally build your space stations.
Personnel.
I noticed the
transferred.
computer, the AIs don't concentrate on that strategy. Usually they're more sort of chaotic. But I like to sort of crawl forward incrementally with the space stations there. I'm falling behind here. Here comes the Vulcans.
Reinforcements are coming.
There's also wormholes, colored wormholes, which the computer uses all the time. So if you see like the entrance of a blue one, like the exit point will be across the map. I find it too confusing really to use them. I like to sort of, although it's not working well for me right now, but try to keep all my holdings in a group. Because if you jump through wormholes like right across the galaxy, I find that eventually whatever does that will be whittled away. Well, there's the Borg, and you see they're about to jump through the red wormhole. Not doing well here. I gotta pick it up. I think I'm going to break this series up into a couple of episodes. Maybe just do this for about an hour, and then a couple days later I'll upload the other. I don't know how long it's going to take either. Like a few hours usually, so maybe a three-parter. I've also had problems making videos recently because right outside my house, they're like ripping up the sidewalk. All this construction equipment rolls up at about 7:30 every morning, so I can't make videos at home. There's like heavy trucks and jackhammers and chainsaws running outside my house, beginning at 7:30. And then coming here, outside, I like, coming to camp. I live like next to a university, but for the past several days, it's been raining, and it will rain again today. Like, I probably have about half an hour left before it'll start raining. So it's been like that for the last 3 or 4 days. And I had a vacation sort of jammed in there as well too. So that's why I haven't been making as many videos. Anyway, so we're gonna have to deal with two enemies at once here. The Jem'Hadar and the Cardassians, and yeah, they're both a threat right now. I'm gonna go after that one transport though, that's in my space, Cardassian there.
Initiate new attack path.
Yeah, got it. Roll for tech. Yeah, here we need that cloaking device.
Research complete.
Ah, got it. All right. And you notice too, it's it's unlike regular Axis and Allies. Everything would all automatically get the cloaking device. It's not like that in this. Only the new ships, after you develop cloaking, get that technology. You still have obsolete, unequipped ships on the map. They don't automatically convert or upgrade.
Personnel transferred.
I suppose this could be a tabletop, or it would be a huge one though. But I mean, someone who's maybe they could do a Kickstarter or something. It would be a monster for sure. So Vulcan's hanging in there.
Reinforcements are coming.
What is the request?
They got the science ship there. Wow. See, this is really bad because I just noticed that the Jem'Hadar have radon, so they have like a massive
Warriors
advantage
transferred.
in dilithium. And their Romulan allies have the whole bottom half of the bordering planets as well. The Borg are coming back. What am I going to do here? I want Lakini. There's no way the Cardassians should have that planet. That's in my territory. But I also have the Jem'Hadar, he's got a transport there. Decent sized ship. Yeah, it's even. It's even. Basically. There's parity. That's going to be a risky battle. I could lose that. Well, if I bring in the 3-1. I'm not sure I can snipe his transport though. And I don't have a Constitution class close enough. The hash marks below the ship indicate how many land units or ground forces the ship can transport, in case you're wondering, in case you're not familiar with the game. So the Constitution can take 2. I'll defend Albion there. I still haven't got around to occupying Helicon, which is important because it's a science planet, basically. Yeah, Cardassians aren't really a threat to me, so I'm going to have to try and push against the Dominion. Maybe hold off the Cardassians while and I want Lakini back too. There's always dilemmas in this game. Look at the Romulans. Yeah, I also have to work my way towards Radon, the very center planet, the pink one. Because if the opposing side holds that planet for several turns, it's a disaster. They just will whip up the ranks, have so much buying power. That's how you lose the game. Your alliance has to compete for that planet all the time. And I'm not in any position to help my AI allies, which is really, really bad here. Remain. That's not good. I think I'm going to go for it. Got him.
Make a note
Good.
of the law.
We need phasers. Make your
Unable to comply.
ground units work. Oh, I didn't get it. So, 2 guys. And scout ship equipped with a cloaking device.
Affirmative. Personnel transferred.
Wonder where the Jem'Hadar are going with that transport. 2 transports and only one. That's interesting. Oh, see that it went towards the center of the galaxy where the more valuable planets are located. All right, Vulcans are making progress there. Wow. All right. 3 transports too. They're on the move. And here comes the Romulans are really taking it to the Klingons, which is not good.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Bought a science ship. I need the Klingons to do something here. All right, they took Radon. They're not as passive as I thought they are. Just waiting for an opportunity, I guess.
Reinforcements are coming.
The Borg. What am I going to do here? I have to snipe some of these Cardassian ships. But I also have to worry about the Dominion. They're bringing up some serious equipment too. I'm fighting a war on two fronts, and that's really bad. Everyone else is too, but I mean, it's both of my opponents are capable and well equipped at this point. And the Cardassians are getting a lot of help from the Romulans. As you can see, the Romulans have split the Klingon Empire in half there. So I'm going to have to move my ships forward, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do. Askadoo, yeah. That really bothers me that I can't get to Helicon. See if I can snipe his scout ship. I have the advantage there because at least one of them is cloaking device equipped. And yeah, and why take chances? Just overwhelm with numbers. So irritating though that the Cardassians were able to take that. Good. Took a casualty though.
Make a note.
Assault phasers, come on.
Unable to comply.
Got 88 industry though. Getting close to another starbase.
Affirmative. Personnel transferred.
There we go. We got the invasion fleet prepping. Ooh. He's got a lot of ships. Holy crap.
Reinforcements are coming.
Vulcans are giving the Dominion some trouble there.
Reinforcements.
Romulans are a problem. I remember the guy I used to play this against, like he was always really good with the Romulans as well.
Warriors transferred.
Oh, look at that. See, the Cardassians mean business. They have a fully loaded transport coming up. I'm not sure if it's well screened, but that's a problem because it's going to take one of my planets for sure. Oh, but it's not. It isn't protected, is it? Doesn't look like it's protected. I'm going to have to try and snipe it. Thing is, in this game, the transports aren't helpless. Like they can win battles. They're not as weak. They're not like weak transports in most iterations of A&A. These things actually have defense and attack values. I'm pretty sure. And they left a transport hanging. 2 of them. The Dominion and the Cardassians made a similar mistake there. I'm loading my guys up and they are headed to Lakini. So I got them outnumbered 4-1. But can I spare a ship to screen that transport? That's the problem. That's the question. So you gotta protect Naskadoon because the Dominion is in range to counter it if I vacate it. Good. Lakini's mine. Finally.
Reroute power to weapon.
I got it. Wow, that was costly. I'm not sure that was...
Initiate new attack.
Oh, there we go. The Cardassians really screwed that up. But I lost a lot of good ships stopping the Dominion on my other front, so... I mean, I'll take it, but
Unable to comply.
I'm not getting good luck with my tech rolls. Should I get another Enterprise? Constitution class? Gonna need another starbase. Oh, and I have enough to seek a promotion, enough dilithium. And you learn the result of that application the next turn.
Personnel
Sometimes you're not accepted
transferred.
and it's just wasted, so you have to like reapply. No one has increased their rank yet. But
Starfleet Command.
there you go.
headquarters.
There's my first attempt.
Station complete.
So we'll build out of Naskadoon. Borg got back radon.
Return to combat level.
And the Dominion took one of my planets.
Reinforcements are coming.
Wow. The Klingons are just shattered. Well, they kind of bounced back there. They've got radon surrounded almost, but the planet's next to their home starbase. They don't even hold anymore.
Reinforcements are coming.
Good. I failed at my application for Rear Admiral. So that's 20 dilithium down the drain. Park an invasion fleet on Katalara with my Klingon allies, and hopefully I can attack Radon the next turn with them. I gotta get back to Sothion though. Gotta win the space battle first. And I only have 2-to-1 odds against the Jem'Hadar occupation force, so I could lose that easily. Still don't have that Helion planet. There's only 2 planets left that have yet to be occupied. I'll have it next turn, I guess. Interesting planet named Rhonda. It's the gas giant with the ring.
Initiate new attack path. Make a note.
Got the space battle one now. All right. Take the Dominion off Sothion. That was mine anyway. It's my planet. So just retook it. What do we want now? We need select advance. Escort cruiser defense and weapons upgrade. Let's try that.
Unable to comply.
Okay, so we are building back up on Nazcadoon. Oh, let's see, the Dominion retook Radon. I think with a lot of stuff this time.
Personnel transferred.
They got there first. Look at the map. It's so chaotic and scrambled. It's hard to tell who has the advantage. Well, obviously the Pact of Powers, I guess, if they have Radon, but Romulans are just such a problem, man.
Reinforcements are coming.
The Klingons are just a mess. They're everywhere, except in a sort of coherent grouping. It looks like I'm going to lose a planet to the Cardassians. That sucks.
Warriors transferred.
on the Borg too.
Reinforcements are
That was a really, really bad turn for me. I'm getting weaker. I finally took this place, Helicon. My one front bordering the Dominion is just exhausted. It's so depleted. We don't have any ships there. And it looks like the invasion fleet I had headed towards Radon is going to have to turn around. I can't take it. I can't do a transport attack if I stand to lose 4 ground units. So that's going to have to turn around. And I'm going to have to waste time getting back Artemis. Hopefully yeah, they only took it with one guy, so hopefully I can get that back. See, that just sort of demonstrates the problem you have playing this game is like you make progress against one enemy on one front and then the other side can push you back. Probably just take Rhonda from, that's a good science planet from the Dominion. Look at that, the Klingons just let me hold their planet. They just and took off. So now I have the burden of protecting their empire there. Come on, I need this one. Good. I consolidated my borders, but that whole push to the center towards Radon is just stalled. And that's the most important thing that has to happen. Those guys are stuck. There we go. I need, 3 scout ships equipped with a cloaking device. Should really shore things up in the center. Hopefully. I'm probably going to have to end this episode in about 15 minutes because I don't want to get rained on. It's so annoying, the weather lately. And it's not like I can do videos at home with all the construction like right outside my window. So.
return to combat level.
Romulans. Looks like they hold like 1/3 of the galaxy now. And they're really beating up on the Klingons. Klingons have to bounce back.
Reinforcements are coming.
That's alright, I guess. Oh, but the Vulcans have radon, which is good. So that's positive.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I just lost the space station to the Borg.
Warriors transferred.
That is really bad. And they're one turn away from taking my
Reinforcements are coming.
Ready for action.
home planet. So I have to cancel that expedition to Radon as I gotta head back home. Lakini at least got evacuated. So I can take that. I'm one turn behind the Borg invasion fleet there. Oh, and that's so sneaky too. See what the Cardassians did? They blocked the transport there. They're in that nebula. So I'm gonna have, I have to risk it. I have to try and stall the Borg. That scout ship or whatever, it's not even I don't even know if I've ever seen that in a TV show. That Borg ship, that flat sort of cube thing. But it has to be destroyed. And they'll be, if I'm not mistaken, they can build there too now. This is a big problem. Although look at the Dominion, they're badly disorganized. I'm lucky. Because if the Dominion had been poised to launch an offensive, as opposed to being badly disorganized at this particular time for me, I would be really, I'd have a lot of problems here. I might be, I'm not as bad off as the Dominion, but I'm probably in second last place here. What am I going to do down here? Maybe just take out that scout ship that's controlling the space station. Ooh, I can take out one of his big ships there. I got numbers. It's a better ship, but with numbers I should be able to sink it. See what happens here. I really need this. I have to destroy this thing, or it's game probably. Come on. What a joke. It's a 2-hit ship too.
Reroute power to weapon.
I have to press the attack air finally. Because if I didn't, he'd take my home starbase. At least it's stranded there. And now everything has to be directed against MSPhi. Oh good, I got his big ship there. Only took one casualty. So they're stranded on Iranian. See, I thought I was doing all right, but then just totally tripped up badly by the Borg incursion there. It's literally going to take 2 turns just to lock down that.
Make a note in the log.
Move the Borg made against me. I'm so lucky that the Dominion wasn't organized enough at that time to take advantage of that temporary predicament I was in there. I just hope that they don't spawn a lot of stuff. I'm not sure what the rule is or how fast they can multiply. That's bad. You know, and having that Cardassian scout in the nebula there, I can't reach the Borg space station with the bulk of my troops. See, thank goodness the Dominion couldn't do anything against me that turn. They attacked the Vulcans instead. And the Vulcans look terribly spread out and disorganized as well. At least they had radon though. Well, it looks like they moved off at the moment. Oh, and they're helping me too. They're defending Olympia. That's nice. I'll take it. The Romulans are back on radon now. That's bad. They're tough. They're so... I don't know what it is. They're always the toughest side in this game. Klingons still... They're... It's almost like they're too passive or something. They seem to have a lot of ships, a lot of power, potential power, but...
Reinforcements have arrived.
Surrounding radon again. They're actually holding it. I'm going to have to stop in about 5 minutes because it looks like it's about to rain. But this looks like it's maybe an appropriate end of the first chapter because honestly,
Reinforcements are coming.
I don't know what's going to happen. I thought I could do a lot better than this.
We are the Borg.
I think I'm the only power that hasn't held radon for at least one turn. And I'm so lucky there. See, that's a mistake. The Cardassians should have kept possession of that nebula. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what they did, but whatever they did, it was a mistake because now I can hopefully get back EMS if I... And the Borg did double their strike. They only had one guy, now they have two. And I think they could, yeah, so it's going to be like 4 units because I think they can take 2 hits. So I may not even get it back here. Cardassians are coming with a lot of stuff. Oh, that ship is outnumbered though. It's a tougher ship. It's got 3 ground forces on it. I should be able to take it out. That'll at least slow them down for 1 turn. Oh, they didn't cover Zedova. I'll take it. Dominion are coming back. And they have Cardassian support, it looks like, this time. But I haven't, yeah, I can snipe that one transport anyway. Hopefully. And sci-fi is the big thing, though. I have to get this thing back. There goes the Jem'Hadar transport. All right, killed a... Oh, he killed one of my ships, so too. That was a good trade-off for me, though. And the big one. All right, we got it back. That was good.
Make a note in the log. Initiate new attack pattern. Make a note in the log.
Advanced cruiser warp upgrade. Why not? All right. So I can have a Prometheus that actually can move. That helps, actually. I'll buy one right away. I think, what was it? That was in the... A Voyager. That's a Voyager episode. It was so forgettable, honestly, I think. A lot of Voyager episodes were, in fact, and I remember I really wanted to like that series, but it's my opinion that it suffered from a lack of cool bad guys. Like, it wasn't, you know, Kate Mulgrew or Janeway. A lot of people will sort of criticize that aspect of it. I don't believe that was the problem with that series. They just did not have compelling, heavy characters. The Hirogen. They were just, they didn't have good actors that played evil characters. Only, like, there was Q a few times, but yeah.
Return to combat level.
Romulans have radon again. I have a lot of planets, but I have just not been able to get towards the center of the galaxy at all. And I believe that's how you win. But this could be a good ending point for this video, and I'll make a part 2 as soon as possible. I'll just sort of survey the map here. Klingons got radon. They look okay now. I don't know, the good guys might have an advantage now, temporarily.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I don't know. Cardassians have a lot of ships.
Warriors transferred.
So yeah, I don't know. After see the Dominion,
Reinforcements are coming.
they can make a lot of stuff. That they have double probably the buying power that I have, because they've been able to get rank upgrades. But the Klingons have radon. We might have more planets. It looks like we have more planets between the three of us. Federation, Vulcans, Klingons have more than Dominion, Cardassians, and Romulans, I think. It's interesting. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to wait for the part 2. We'll try and get it up in the next couple days. I don't know if the second video I'll be able to go outside, though. It's such a pain in the butt trying to find a quiet spot on campus when it's not, raining or. But I do like making the videos sitting outside on a picnic table. It's kind of nice doing it this way. Anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content coming soon.